So, I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I want to talk about how I see love bombing. So, I'm not necessarily going to say that love bombing isn't something that someone can do in order to squeeze supply out of another person, narcissistic supply, basically. But I do have something against every relationship, like as if I'm purposely trying to follow that pattern, as if I can't be disappointed that my own relationship failed because for some reason all of it is just purely trying to extract supply. Like, I'm not going to deny that that's something I can be guilty of, but this notion that like that's literally just the entire thing, I disagree with that because it hurts when my relationships fail. They hurt just as much as anyone else's, whether you're a narcissist or not. I think a lot of my relationships can look the same in that sense, where I guess you could just make a sweeping generalization and think that it's love bombing. But whether it was that I was trying to be serious or not, it comes out the same way. And I guess I'll try to explain that better. So, I acknowledge that within my experience with romantic relationships, I can be a bit excessive. And the reason for that is it can be quite intoxicating when somebody reciprocates some sort of like mutual like or fondness towards me because I spend a lot of the time just constantly hating myself or feeling absolutely nothing at all. It's genuinely quite intoxicating for me. And you can start feeling like my soulmate even if we haven't even known each other that long. I like it for as long as it lasts, and I genuinely do feel like I'm actually in love. The high obviously can't last though, so my crippling self esteem will eventually pour itself into the relationship at some point. I'll eventually start feeling like I'm not actually good enough for you, and it's not like I'd want to admit that, obviously. I'll start to question everything. I'll start to wonder if your attraction towards me is actually something that was ever genuine in the first place. But I don't really want to lose you anyway. So I start seeing love bombing, I guess, as a form of like damage control. And even if I don't get anything directly out of you other than just having you with me, I like to think that there genuinely is something like genuine still there, to be honest. But I do think there still has to be something at least slightly exaggerated about the whole thing, because there are many moments where I've thought to myself, maybe if I just swallowed my pride, didn't think so much about my ego, took more initiative, shown more care, then my relationships could have gone, a hell of a lot better. So it's not set in stone that I'm gonna like engage in these behaviors. You have to understand that when you're talking about cluster B disorders, you're talking about those of us who can split in a matter of just like that. So if you think our behavior is somehow more predictable than all other people on Earth, then I think you're sadly mistaken.